All right, welcome Triton Trojan fans. I'm Andrew Hare alongside Gavin, Greer, Kenny Barnhart, and the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler as we're live here from the Trojan Trench as our Triton Trojans get ready to take on the LaCrosse Tigers as they come in here for the Sectional 50 semifinal. Winner will play tomorrow for the championship game against the winner of Argus and Oregon Davis, the game to play after this one. These two teams have met all time in the tournament series. Triton leads 2-0. As teams only have faced 2 times in the past 35 years, where Triton has won both of those contests. Preston Frame in his 3rd season at LaCrosse, 23-43 in his 3rd season. Jason Rose, of course, passing the 250 mark earlier this season with 254 wins in his illustrious 15-year career here at Triton. Look at these two teams. Triton the other night defeated West Central 82-34. Now LaCrosse, Gavin, this is a team you cannot overlook. They average a point about 50 points a game while allowing about 60, but yet they got 3 guys over 6 foot, and they're all 6'4", 6'4", and 6'5". But
Coach was kind of comparing them to Bremen, a team that didn't have the best record coming into our game, but played really well against us. May have to fight it out. He's saying that that's what we should look forward to tonight.
And that's what you're going to have to look for because they're going to make you work. This is a team, they lost some really close games. Some nail-biters. Morgan Township, a really good team that's in a different sectional, in the Couch sectional, a team that's very talented. They only lost by 8 points to them. And they were in it with them. Their lowest scoring game was 35 points, and that was against a very tough North Jetson team that we faced. So they faced some light teams. There's a lot of talent there, but the big thing is you're going to have to take away that inside game.
Yeah,
as much as you can. Now they do have some shooters; those guys can hit from the outside. They got a couple smaller guys that can really hit from the outside. You're gonna have to do a good job of shutting that down here tonight.
I was watching film with Jared. I think he said number 34 Garwood could shoot threes too.
Yeah, and they have a big guy that Garwood can shoot from the outside. And I watched a little bit of tape on him. They got some pretty good guys. And like I said, Moraleda is another one to keep an eye on. And especially you look at who we got with Greer, the 6'5" senior. He's pretty good. Bailey's not too bad. They've got guys all over the place that can make plays. They play in a tough conference. Couts and Gary 24. All Couts is in their sectional. Couts is, of course, a powerhouse in 1A. So with that being said, we want to give a shout out to our sponsors here for tonight's ball game.
Yeah, we got Farmers Drainage. We got the Lozier family, in memory of Fritz Lozier, the Johnson family, the Meister family, Robin's Nest, Shively's Freezer Beef, the Wattenbarger family, and the Zentz family. So we'll have a few more comments on some of those as the game goes on. We're getting down to about 10 seconds to go, and Don will be here with the national anthem, and then we'll have the starting lineups.
And after that, we will be right back on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Trojan Trench for tonight's sectional contest featuring the LaCrosse Tigers and the Triton Trojans. On behalf of the IHSAA and the Triton administration, we welcome you as our guests at tonight's sectional game. At this time, if you please rise and gentlemen, kindly remove your hats as we honor America with our national anthem. Preston Brain. And now, the starting lineup for your Triton Trojans. Number 10, Ashton Oviedo. Number 12, Bules. Number 24, Tyson Yates. Number 30, Quentin Amsden. Number 33, Heckaman. Triton is coached by Jason Lowe.
All right, there's our starting lineups. Gavin, who we got first for the Tigers?
For the Tigers, we have Kyle Gorski, Brandon Bruss, Zach Greer, Zach Brust, and Hayden Mills. For Trojans, we have Ashton Oviedo, Jared Bules, Tyson Yates, Quentin Amsden, Tyler Heckaman.
Guess we got a few extra balls we can play with tonight.
Yeah. So big man Tyler Heckaman's going to get ready to jump against Garwood. 6'4" sophomore as they get ready to go underway. Tigers in their away green uniforms outlined in black, and of course Triton in their home whites. As we get this one underway for the Sectional 50 semifinal at the Trojan Trench, Quentin Amsden secures the ball and Triton's got it first. Tyson Yates with the basketball directing the traffic.
Well, I guess 34 did start. We just put down the wrong person for it.
That's all right.
So that's Ben Garward instead of Hayden Mills.
Oviedo in the corner on to Tyson Yates. On over to Quentin Amsden. Amsden working right, picks it up, goes on over to Oviedo. High pass, he corrals it. Smart play there as Bruss would have took that one the distance. Oviedo with the up fake, works back to Amsden. Trying to work it around the perimeter, trying to find an open look. Zone defense being played by the Tigers as they try to find a way to work against him here. Amsden to Bules, he'll dial long range. Can't get it to drop. Rebound's going to be tipped around there. Yates is going to fight for it. They're going to say it went out on him as Kyle Gorski went one-on-one to get that one.
Tyson did a good job trying to fight for it, earned the ball back, just couldn't gain possession.
Allison Gorski now as he'll bring up the court. Gorski works left. Tries to go backdoor, but Tyler Heckaman puts that big old min out there and brings it in. Yates in transition, goes to Bules again on the left wing. Amsden up top, Heckaman calling for it down low. Gets it down low, Garwood's on him. Backdoor to Bules. They're going to say he stepped out. That was a tight place to make a play, Gavin.
Just had to get in just in time and it was a little late.
Gorski will get on over to Bruss as Bruss will work it past the half-court line. Quentin Amsden's there to meet him. Hands off, bobbled, goes on over to Garwood. Back on over to Brust. Brust to Brust on that one. Into the corner. Tigers working it around here. Boy, haven't got to use that one for a long time. Garwood spots up for three, can't get it to drop, but here comes Tyson Yates with a big rebound. Yates in transition, looking down court, nothing there. Top the key, goes to Oviedo. He had to look for a moment, the zone closes out in a hurry. Coach Groves calling out the play, drops it over to Jared Bules, on into the corner to Quentin Amsden. Amsden working away from the contact. Oviedo to Yates. Yates will go on the dribble drive, has to look, goes with the floater and puts it in.
Good job to play patient, wait till we had the opportunity, and Tyson just cut to the rim to open up the score.
Shades of Steve Nash on that one. Gorski with the basketball, working right, hands on over to Brust, on top away to Greer. Down low to Garwood, he'll go against Yates, and Yates will foul him on the shot.
It was a real big first step down.
And that was kind of a matchup Yates clearly couldn't win on that one. I mean, Garwood had position, like you said, took that big first step, and man, he made him pay. Garwood's first free throw attempt's up and in. And that's our first free throw attempt from the charity stripe here in this first quarter. Garwood almost took a three-point attempt. He's also one Gavin pointed out earlier in the ballgame as a guy who can hit from the outside. Shots up, no good. Rebound, Tyler Heckaman. Triton holds him to one. Yates has it, goes back to Quentin Amsden. The senior will bring it up past the half-court line, quickly working right. On to Bules. Big thing for the offense is to keep moving and keep your heads up. Oviedo gets it tipped away, keeps with the basketball. Trojans trying to find a way to get another basket on the board. Yates goes down low, and it's going to be Garwood, jumps in the middle and hops that pass. Gives it back to Brust, who goes it on over to Gorski in a hurry. Big turnover there. Brust gets it just inside the half-court line. Goes to Greer on the right wing. Greer goes to Gorski. He'll drive and gets it tipped away by Yates, and Jared Bules comes with it. Now they got to capitalize on this turnover. Quentin Amsden past the half-court line. Goes to Oviedo on the right wing. Into the corner to Yates. Tyson Yates works it on over to Bules up top. Yates goes to Heckaman. The big man's got to fight some tall trees. Goes up, gets it blocked, gets his own rebound, goes back up, and then puts it in.
Strong effort to collect his miss and put it right back up to get the points there. Real strong play for Tyler.
And that's going to be a big matchup to keep an eye on as Tyler Heckaman battling Garwood. Those two are kind of big on big.
And the student section's now wearing their whites.
Hey, they're faking out, blue out, white out, I mean, whatever you want to call it. Brust gets it on to Greer, back to Brust. He'll drive, goes up, and they're going to get Quentin Amsden with the charge. Shocker there. And Hunter McIntyre like that one.
LaCrosse foul number 23, Zach Brust.
Oh, boy. Tyson Yates now goes to work. Leading by 3, Gavin. They're going to need a big possession here, and they'll throw it away. Too high of a pass.
Hey, that didn't come all the way up here this time.
It was close. Kenny hadn't have to reach out in front of the camera.
Oh, we got a little bit of cushion this time.
Before I forget.
The pig whispers down there, he could grab it.
No, he could have got it. Got to give Brandon Haynes a shout out. Boy, he came in big, brought the Chick-fil-A Oreo milkshake, or the cookies and cream milkshake. My goodness.
Hey, since we had that, we had dessert before supper, but you could have had this as your supper tonight.
Ooh, that's true.
Shively
cows taste better. Hey, I agree with that. I agree with that. You give him a name. Hey, man, I'll tell you what. We had a cafe. His name was Whopper when I was a kid, and Whopper went on to better places like my plate. Boy, he tasted good, though. I'll tell you, that cow ate good. Gorski works it on over to Brust. Appreciate the Shively family and their donations. Garwood goes high off the glass and gets down by 1.
That's a good drive. Really used his height to just put it right in.
Heckaman back to Yates. Back to Heckaman. Into the corner. Amsden, he'll dial long range. And gets the friendly roll.
A lot of quick passes there. Opened up Quentin on the wing. Had the defender kind of confused where he went. Got that open 3 for him.
Gorski works left, hands off to Brust. Brust to Greer. And Greer will travel before he takes off. There's a big turnover. Head coach Preston Frame not happy with that one.
Triton substitution, number 34, Keegan Westafer.
As they'll get get it passed in here. Oviedo to Westafer, who just checked in. Am's in the corner to Westafer. Westafer goes down to Heckaman in the corner. Up to Amsden. Amsden drives. No look pass to Oviedo. He'll try a 3. Puts it in!
That was a quick pass. Just gave them enough time to get the shot right up to extend our lead to 7. Really have to keep playing strong, keep building on this lead, and we'll add the ball game.
With back-to-back 3s, the Trojans are up well out in front. Garwood will go, but get fouled on the block there by Tyler Heckaman. Look at that. 2 for 2 tonight.
Yep.
No fouls. 2 for 2. Haven't got it right the other way yet, but hey, 2 for 2. Gorski will go baseline, has a look inside, and go make some pay. Pressure being put on by the Tigers. Up to Westafer. Back to Oviedo. Heckaman with it. He'll spot up for 3. Puts it in! 9-point swing for the Trojans.
Team's not afraid to shoot from 3 tonight. Hitting, is that 3 for
Yeah, they're 3 of 4 tonight.
3 of 4, okay.
LaCrosse has only attempted once.
And now is the big man, Garwood. Gorski goes to Brust. To Garwood. Hands off to Gorski. He'll drive. Goes back to Greer. Working it around here. Feel like I've seen this play before. Brust to Greer. To Gorski. He'll work with the screen. A lot of movement going on here for the Tigers. Greer. Late switch. Garwood misses the three. Oh, the wide open three, and Bules corrals the rebound. Goes to Ashton Oviedo.
That's a little shades of the Culver Argus game the other night.
And that was a pretty assist by Tyler Heckaman to Ashton Oviedo, or Oviedo to Heckman, whoever it was. I can't remember now. It was such a beautiful play, I can't tell. But Oviedo and Heckman, that was a heck of a 1-2 punch there.
That was a nice play to take it into the timeout.
So we got a little time here. Another one of our sponsors tonight, Farmers Drainage. So Triton's been draining threes, so get a hold of Craig Hawley. He can drain your fields. There's the system tile. And I can personally vouch for him because that picture is my field.
Well, there you go. Even better. That's what you call, what do you want to call that? Visual reference.
Yep. So get a hold of Craig Hawley of Farmers Drainage and get your systems put in.
And also, Shively Beef was another one. I mean, I'll tell you what, I may have to go see them about getting some nice.
Get some nice steaks.
Some nice steaks.
Ready
I mean, hey.
Pick one out right there.
Pick one out right there. They say they have friendly cows and they taste good, so hey, I'll show up.
Yep, give them a call there at 574-532-8852 or 532-5166.
I haven't met a cow yet I don't like. The side of mashed potatoes.
And we already ate tonight.
We already ate. Well, that makes my mouth water a little bit. So here we go, Brust to Brust, as it's going to be Brandon Brust bring it up. Gorski goes right to Greer. Greer tiles long range. Back iron too strong. Jared Bules jumps in there and takes the rebound. Quentin Amsden quickly in transition keeps it alive. In the corner, Oviedo's all by himself and makes them pay.
That's a good job by Jared to stand out there, kind of be in their way so they couldn't close out as well as they usually would be able to, giving Oviedo a little bit more space to shoot it.
And Triton making them pay with those open threes and the nice poking the ball away. Gorski to Brust. Is it to Zach Brust? Zach Brust hands off to Greer. Goes down low. It's going to go off the foot of Heckaman. As brother Brandon was trying to go down to Zach Brust, and John Gardner and Tyson Yates will check in for Quentin Amsden and Jared Bules. I'm sorry, but Farrell's, his face is painted down there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So explain the student section. Are they just going to change every quarter or what?
It was just the start, I think.
Okay.
I'm not really sure how it works. I thought it was supposed to be 10 points, but they switched after 4.
Oviedo rips the rebound away, feeds it quickly to Westafer, goes back in, and Gorski's got it. 13 seconds. Gorski wisely puts on the brakes. And Preston Frame's going to let his offense set up something here with the final shot. Gorski straight away, almost slips and falls down. He'll throw a floater up and gets the back iron. No good. Rebound Tyler Heckaman. And that's the end of the first quarter. Triton leads 18-5. Boy, it has been a while since I've had to use Tigers as a mascot.
Which I guess they were in an overtime game and ended up going on.
Ogle versus Rhodes in a big matchup up there at Old Northside Gym.
All right, Heckaman leading the Trojans right now. That first quarter at 7 points. Oviedo with 6, Amsden with 3, Yates with 2. Heckaman and Yates each with a single foul. For LaCrosse, Garwood with 3, Gorski with 2, and Zach Brust has a single foul for them. And forget the right one up here for the team stats. No, well, that didn't update.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we'll get that fixed later.
I can give it to you here.
Yeah.
So 5 turnovers apiece for both teams. What else you got on team stats?
You got 5 for each.
Triton shooting
3 of 4 for 2-pointers, 4 of 5 for 3-pointers. No free throws.
78% from the floor. That team is on fire now. They got to keep that shooting stroke up.
They do. They're playing really well offensively and really limiting the opportunities that the Tigers have on defense.
And out rebounding them 7-1. I mean, that's a huge stat there, especially with the tall trees that the Tigers have on their roster. They'll keep their starting five out there. Gardner, Yates, Heckaman, Westafer, and Oviedo, the five for Triton. Garwood goes. Westafer can't draw the charge. That'll be his first personal. It was a good try, though, by Keegan. Thought he had a spot where he kind of had his feet set. And Greer goes to inbound. Gorski to Brust. Finds Greer into the corner. Gorski tries to lose Yates to the crossover, uses the screen. Quickly on over to Brust. He'll dial a deep three. Side iron, no good. Rebound, John Gardner. Tyson Yates quickly up to Westafer. Preston Frame wanted a double dribble call on Tyson Yates. Goes to Oviedo. Goes to Yates. Yates, cross court. Westafer on the three-point line, goes inside. Oviedo with it now. Goes to Gardner. Gardner works right. Goes to Yates in the corner. I mean, he'll take off before he puts the ball on the floor. And there's the costly turnover for Triton. And Quentin Amsden's going to check in. And John Gardner will take a break.
You're saying they're Devin McCoy remind you of Bo. He's here tonight. We could put them side by side, see which one's taller.
I think Bo's taller. I'm going to go with Bo's a little taller.
I can't remember how tall he was.
Farther away, he was a pretty tall 6 foot. That's why. Bo's a great guy. Miss calling games with Bo in him. Gorski gets another lay-in to drop. He's got 4. Yates goes to Heckaman. He'll drive. Nice, pretty play. Shades of Patrick Ewing. Can't get that one to drop. Gorski with it now. And the Tigers will do see what they can do here following that empty possession by Triton.
It was a really good move to the basket. Tyler's going to be able to have a really good game tonight, both sides of the court, with getting rebounds and just being able to drive. Their only real big player to worry about is 34, Ben Garwood. Number 21, Zach Greer. He's just so skinny, not really a presence defensively with his size.
He's more of a away from the basket kind of forward.
Yeah.
Brust gets it. He'll finally a lone spot, and he'll make him pay. 5-point swing now by the Tigers. Oviedo goes to Yates. Yates to Oviedo in the corner. Oviedo goes down to Heckaman. See if he can win that battle down low. Goes up high. Gets his own rebound, and Yates and Westafer will get fouled. And Preston Frame is not happy. Said Heckaman threw it up to himself. I don't know if he really called that. It was more of a shot.
Yeah, that's what I would think it was.
23, Zach Brust.
Did a nice job at using the offensive board to get extra opportunities, eventually bring us to the line.
This would be Trojans' first appearance at the line tonight.
And Keegan Westafer tickles the twine for that first attempt to drop, and Triton takes a 10-point lead. I think.
Nope, 9.
No, not yet.
They got
Possibly. Here's a chance. Westafer gets get that roll on that one. I jinxed him. Amsden with it. But he'll try a 3. Can't get it to drop. Keegan Westafer with the rebound. Goes up strong and gets the N1 opportunity.
Another job of going straight to offensive boards, getting 2 extra opportunities, getting right back to line for Keegan Westafer.
LaCrosse foul, number 34, Garwood.
Garwood, that'll be his first personal, team's 3rd. And Westafer back for another attempt at the line. And Preston Frame not happy with that call. The rebound's going to go to Garwood, but Quentin Amsden's fighting for it. And they're going to go. He's going to get called for the reach.
Showed a lot of energy for diving in there and trying to rip it away.
Speaking of Jared Bules, Jason Bules is watching from West Lafayette. Heckaman will check in, or come out, as Bules will check in for him. So Keegan Westafer now the big man. He's going to have his hands full against Garwood. Gorski goes right, hands off to Garwood. Garwood to Greer in the corner, back to Garwood. Quentin Amsden, oh man! They're going to call a blocking foul. His feet were planted about as good as some July corn, my goodness. Wow. That could have been a mercy call. Garwood's first attempt is up and off the mark. Gardner will check in for Quentin Amsden. Garwood now with another attempt. Missed the first one. Second one's on the way. And rattles out, rebound. Westafer keeps a hold, almost lost it for a moment. Nice job by him with the concentration to keep with it. Oviedo gets the ball, he'll go to work. Oviedo to Yates. In the corner to Gardner. To Oviedo. Tigers really paying attention to him. Yates to Gardner. Trying to direct traffic, see if they can rock this Tigers defense to sleep. Westafer up and in!
Having a really big night down low, gained four points I know it from there and one from the line.
They couldn't find him. There was no hair to grab onto as he found a nice way into the low block and made that one make him pay for that one. Gorski works right. He'll go up. Throws it to Brust, who hands off to Brust. Garwood. And it'll get tipped away. They're going to say it's going to stay here with LaCrosse.
You know the story about the hair?
Yep, he's getting a dog.
Oh, there you have it.
There you have
it's
it.
It's a boxer named Kobe.
Boxer named Kobe. I like it. I like it. Well, hey, Kobe would be proud with that one. Hopefully Keegan doesn't give me too much grief after taking a shot at his haircut. I like the new haircut. I did like the old haircut. Brust now in the corner. Ooh, that's a tight spot there. Goes to Garwood. Westafer's got to do some good defense and does. Nice job by Keegan Westafer to set the play on a wall there. Yates goes to Gardner. Back to Yates. Goes to Oviedo. Back to Yates. They're going to work it around. Westafer gets the inlet pass. John Gardner for three. Can't get down to drop. Rebound's going to go to Brust. And timeout for LaCrosse.
It was a good take by John. He did a really good job of being patient out there. He kind of cut in to bring defense towards the paint, then popped right back out. They forgot about him out there, giving him the space, just couldn't get to drop.
Like you say, we're going to throw up our sponsors here, make this possible for this week. Everybody donated here, so we're just going to have them every game. We'll go through, and so if this works out, they're taking care of tomorrow night's game too. That should be probably against Argus if it works out. So Farmers Drainage, the Lozier family, the Johnson family, Meister family, Robbins Nest, Shively's Freezer Beef, the Wattenbarger family, and the Zentz family.
So appreciate all of them making this happen for us here tonight, and a chance for tomorrow if we make it if we can advance from this one. The sharp shooting sophomore and Bruce Johnson checking in for the Trojans. LaCrosse has not went into their bench as of late. Gorski to Brust, on top to Greer. Down to Garwood, Tyson Yates knocks it away, and he'll go on the attack. Triton's got numbers. Yates with the pretty Euro step, can't get it to finish. But gets the ball back. He'll draw the foul.
Jared did a good job of staying committed to the play, fighting for the ball and getting it back for us.
Tanner Shepard was happy with that one.
Brandon Brust.
So Brandon Brust is going to pick up his first, team's fourth.
Heckaman will check in for Keegan Westafer, who's had himself a quarter. Yates to inbound, goes to Bruce Johnson, quickly on over to Oviedo. He'll dribble into a three. Can't make him pay there, but Tyson Yates with the rebound. High pass to Oviedo, back to Bruce Johnson. Yates for three. Can't get that one to drop. Rebound to Gorski. Both teams only scoring 5 points in this quarter as we're inside the 3-minute mark. Garwood goes to Brust. Back to Garwood. Garwood hands off to Brust. To Gorski. Back to Brust. Hands off to Greer. Tigers working it around the perimeter. Bruce Johnson shut off the shot there. Brust to Brust on that one. They'll send it back and forth. Garwood's attempted a three, but he'll try to drive against Heckaman. Heckaman shut off the baseline. But they caught him napping as Brust will make him pay for that one.
That was a good pass down to the paint to get that shot.
And I just looked down there before the ball went down there and I saw, uh-oh, he's all by himself. Caught the defense napping there. Bruce Johnson. Like to see him get confident and drop a three. Oviedo with the pretty drive.
Nice move, just take it right around, scoop it up to the basket.
I'll tell you what, if I ever need someone to drive me around, I'm going to let Ashton Oviedo do it.
Yeah, gets those 2 points, gets him up to 8 points now in this first half.
Garwood in the corner to Brust. Brust to Gorski. Back to Brust. In the corner to Greer. They're going to work it around the perimeter. Bules with some tight defense there on Zach Brust. Garber goes baseline, but Heckaman's going to get him with the body. And Westafer will check back in.
So that's going to be Heckaman's second, team sixth.
Triton foul number 33, Heckaman.
And that's 2 personal fouls on the big man. 16 foul.
Keegan Westafer.
Nice job by Oviedo to fight through the screen. Greer on over to Brust. In the corner of Brust, down to Greer. Garwood's on alone up there straight away, and he'll try a three. Off the front iron short, and Yates has got to try to save it, and he can't get a hold of it. Appreciate everybody watching. 122 viewers. Appreciate everybody watching.
Chat's a little quiet tonight.
Hey, Dr. Philgood's and the doctor's in. Student section trying to get him to bite on the shot.
I think they're trying a bit too early.
Just a little bit.
So will they start the second half as blue?
I don't know.
I think they stay white rest again.
Oviedo to Bruce Johnson. Transition three. Can't get it to drop. But here comes Oviedo, gets the rebound. Inside 30 seconds, they're going to slow it down.
No, yeah, don't fall asleep out there.
Big thing is you got to keep moving. You can't relax down on your heels too much. 15 seconds now. Brust on Yates. Here goes the countdown. Yates works left. Goes to Oviedo. He'll try a three. Puts it in! Ashton Oviedo with the dagger. As a full court shot by Gorski's off the mark. That's going to take us to halftime. Triton leads 28-12.
Yeah, if we get everything to update here. Yeah, it looks like Oviedo with that three gets him up to 11 points. Heckaman with 7. Keegan Westafer with 5. Amsden with 3. Yates with 2. And Heckaman and Amsden each with 2 fouls. Yates and Westafer with a single foul for the Trojans. For LaCrosse, Gorski with 4. Brandon Brust with 3. Ben Garwood with 3. Zach Brust with 2.
Thank you, Kevin.
And then we got Brust with 2 fouls. Garwood and Brandon Brust each with a single foul. As far as team stats, if she loaded up this time, there we go. Free throws, Triton 1 of 3, LaCrosse 1 of 4, 2-point land, 6 of 11 for the Trojans with 4 of 7 for LaCrosse. 3 points, Trojans hitting 5 of 11. LaCrosse only got 1 of their 7 to drop, and turnovers, I had 6 of 7.
Close, 6 to 8, so close. But Triton now rebounding them 17-7, making them pay 8 points off of turnovers. Shooting a real good mark, 47% from the floor. LaCrosse only getting up 13 shots, total 38.5 from the floor. They're going to have to keep the ball a little bit tighter to have themselves a chance in this second half. But while I'm thinking about it, before we go to halftime, going to give Danny a shout out. She clipped up today at school apparently, so that's a big win at the O'Hara household. When she goes to school and clips up means she had a good day in class, and teacher said she's done pretty good this week, so good job, Danny. And Jackson took 2 steps for me yesterday. That was pretty cool.
So, yep.
My man, I got a full house. So
you got everybody on the move now.
Everybody's on the move. I think Jackson's going to start. We might start suicides next week, so I can get my middle linebacker, my power forward up and working. So with that being said, we'll take a break, and after halftime, we'll be back on the Triton Trojans Sports Network. All right, welcome back, Triton Trojan fans. I'm Andrew here alongside Gavin, Greer, Kenny Barnhart, and the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler. As Kenny gets ready to throw this one up here as we get halftime almost back underway.
So here's how the sectional turned out so far this week. Of course, Triton played earlier on Tuesday in Culver and Argus with West Central. So Triton won, playing LaCrosse tonight. Then right after this game, we'll have Oregon Davis and the Argus. Then the winners of those two games tonight will play tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
So we just got to look here. Culver Military Academy's beating Plymouth 59-9, and it's at the end of the third quarter. Wow. Woo, somebody's getting throttled.
Yeah.
That's okay. There's a certain guy who plays on CMA that I'm kind of a fan of. I wouldn't know why or anything, Gavin. So here we go. Triton leads 28-12. Big first half for Ashton Oviedo and Keegan Westafer and Tyler Heckaman. We'll see if they continue that roll here in the second half. Gavin, what was the feeling in the locker room?
I wasn't there long enough.
Okay.
They're all kind of just catching up on breath.
I got my cookies and cream milkshake.
Actually,
I'm still working on it.
All four of us did.
All four of us did.
We sure appreciated that.
I'll tell you what, Brandon just became one of my favorite coaches. Not that he wasn't already one of them. Bules gets the high pass, and they'll go to work. Not a single timeout or the substitution by the Tigers in the first half. Heckaman to Oviedo. He'll drive, kicks it out to Bules in the corner to Yates. He'll try a corner three, looks good, and no, it's no good. Greer with the rebound.
Tyson had turned around already. He would have been able to get there and take that away.
Gorski with it now, and they'll go to work. Gorski works near side. Hands off to Brust, to Garwood on the far side. Garwood to Gorski, back to Greer. To Brust, straight away, hands off to Garwood. Gorski goes in the lane, gives to Brust, and they're going to say he traveled before he put the ball on the floor. And head coach Preston Frame has not been a fan of this officiating tonight.
If you're talking about the CMA player I think you're talking about, I used to play against him.
I'll tell you what, if I get to go to an IU game next year, trust me, I'm going to go watch that guy.
Is that a hint? Is that a hint? Hint?
Hint, hint. Yeah, hint, hint. Yates to Heckaman, to Bules, who goes baseline. Back to Heckaman, but goes off his shin. And Oviedo gets it. He'll dial long range. No good. Rebound to Greer. Brust goes to Gorski.
He was one of the two players we'd worry about every season. It was him and Nifong from Argus.
I can understand why. Oviedo jumps in there, intercepts that one. He's on the attack. Goes with that pretty adjustment. Monte Ellis-esque on the way to the basket.
That's a good comparison. That's someone you don't hear much.
Oh,
that was such a good move.
And he used to adjust like that in midair, and that's what it looked like. Gorski feeds it to Jared Bules, and now Triton's got numbers. Bules with the pretty move. It bits the M1 opportunity. Jared Bules, Dwayne Wade, eat your heart out as he goes to the basket.
And I wonder if Trent got a good action shot.
I'll bet he did, because Jared about sat down in his lap.
That's such a strong drive by Jared. Just take it all the way and not care about the defense and send him flying.
He was not going to be denied that opportunity, I'll tell you. He had a head full steam, Dwayne Wade-esque on that drive. Shots up and in. And Triton takes a commanding 33-12 lead. 21-point differential between the two. Like my cheat button. Didn't have to do math. Where were you at in high school? Brust to Brust. Gorski hands off to Garwood. He's on the right wing. Tries to work the crossover. Oviedo comes in, gets a piece of it. Gorski throws it on over to Brust. Zach Brust in the corner for three. In and out. Rebound. Quentin Amsden. He's got a head of steam. The afterburners are on. He goes up, and it goes off the glass. No good. Brust now on the attack. Goes up strong. Fouled by Heckaman. And that'll be three on the big man. Here comes Keegan Westafer.
Surprised they haven't been putting in McIntyre, who usually subs in for Tyler. But Keegan has been playing well coming in for the 5 position.
We'll see. I mean, this is a matchup I think Hunter would really thrive in. In and out there for Brust. Team shooting 1 for 5 from the free throw line. Westafer checks in as Heckaman takes a seat.
I think there could be another reason why we're not going to use Hunter as much tonight.
Shot goes in. Yates to Amsden. Cross court to Yates. High pass there. Oviedo up to Bules. That pass got tipped by Brust. To Westafer at the free throw line. Back to Oviedo. He'll drive. Nice look there. He'll go up. They're going to say he traveled on the way through.
It was a good take, just moved his feet too much.
Gorski with the basketball now. Gorski past the half-court line. Works right straight away. Goes to Greer. Greer with the up fake. Gets Oviedo to leave his feet. No good off the mark. Westafer tries to tip it away. Nobody was there. For us to go in, we're going to get a foul on the shot. That'll be on Jared Bules. Be the team's second. It'll be his first. Ball's tipped. Oviedo's got a head of steam. Here comes the cavalry. Oviedo wisely goes to the left side of the basket and puts it in.
Those two gets him up to 15 points.
He's got 15 of the team's 35. The rest of the team scoring 20. Of course, Ashton Oviedo was the Times Union Player of the Week. Look that article up. Of course, I would know why. I mean, look at that young man and what he's done the last couple weeks. Garwood goes through.
I'm not sure that was even a shot.
Down to Yates, and it's going to go off of Greer, and Trent had to move his head. So, my goodness.
Didn't Quentin get something this week too?
No,
I don't know about. I didn't see anything on Twitter.
I thought he had showed. He's in my finite class. I thought he showed this is stick or something.
Nope. Preston Frame's getting worn down there on the bench. Amsden gets the inbound. He'll work left. Back to Oviedo. Working against Gorski. Goes to Amsden. Yates in the corner. We might see the first substitution for the Tigers. Yates goes in the corner to Amsden. He's caught down low in between the trees. Goes to Bules, cuts back door, and the back door is wide open. And Jared Bules invites himself in.
Did a good job at coming right where they needed him and making it a play at the rim.
And Preston Frame calling a frustrating timeout as checking in will be Hayden Mills and Devin McCoy.
I'm really excited to see McCoy play.
Like I said, of course, want to thank our sponsors.
We'll throw this one up. So yeah, we got the Farmers Drainage there doing your system tile like we had pictured there earlier. The Lozier family, in memory of Fritz Lozier. Johnson family, the Meister family. Robin's Nest, uptown for your framing needs. Shively's Freezer Beef. The Wattenbarger family, and the Zentz family.
Of course, appreciate all of them making this happen. Couldn't be possible without them. So winner of this game will face the winner of the Argus-Oregon-Davis game. Now, LaCrosse and Oregon-Davis went toe-to-toe earlier this season, where Oregon-Davis inched out the win by 1.
Look, what I've heard through Oregon-Davis, they might try a little bit of what Culver did.
Hey, I'll tell you, it works, and they got scorers. So, I mean, they got Weil, he can score. Gorski backdoor gets that one to drop. Yates now at the basketball. That's their first field goal of the second half. Westafer to Oviedo. Dials long range, off the mark. Rebound Quentin Amsden. Q goes to Bules in the corner. Bules to Amsden. Amsden drops McCoy and makes him pay.
That's a good move to get McCoy off him.
And Preston Frame is making his point made on the far sideline. And there's the technical foul as he did the famous hand flip, and they'll tee him up for that one. He can't stand up the rest of the game.
Well, I didn't have the camera on it.
I mean, he went the whole, he did that hand gesture, and that hand gesture is not allowed. They will tee you up every minute for that one. He's had a warning. I don't believe they would eject him for that. But they'll get 2 shots here for Ashton Oviedo.
He has not been to the line tonight. For all those shooting attempts, he has not got fouled.
Oviedo gets that first one to drop. And Hunter McIntyre and John Gardner will check in for Westafer and Bules. I've been working on Hunter's nickname.
What do you have right now?
We'll have to use it a little bit. I got a good idea that kind of ties in with football really well, too.
Okay.
And Oviedo can't get the second one to drop, but Triton will get the ball and they'll take back over. Triton shooting 3 of 6 from the free throw line. See if he gets a basket here. I got a good one. It's going to tie in with football. I think I'm going to use it. I've kind of sold myself on it. We'll see if he likes it. Yates works right. And he'll get fouled on the way through. And on the floor.
LaCrosse foul number 1.
So Gorski's going to pick up his first, team second.
Yates now straight away to Oviedo. They're going to say he traveled. Just he stuttered them feet before he took off.
I think he thought he was going to catch and shoot, and the defender was right there, so he wanted to take off.
It was the right idea, just changed his mind a little too late, and Bruce Johnson will check in for Ashton Oviedo. Sophomore for sophomore on this switch. All smiles for Ashton Oviedo coming off, and he'll get a much earned break. McCoy inbounds, and now they'll go to work to Gorski. Gorski straight away, works it to McCoy on the right wing. McCoy to Gorski. Gorski drives, flies the floater above Gardner and gets it to go in. Yates now past the half-court line, goes to Bruce Johnson. To Hunter McIntyre. To Yates. Goes to Amsden. Amsden out with a screen from the accelerator. And they're going to get him called for a foul. Didn't catch it, did you?
Yes, I did.
He didn't. You caught it. Gavin, I always say nothing, get a reaction. I think that's a great nickname for him.
That is a good one.
The accelerator. I mean,
sorry, I was mad about the foul.
Okay. I was going to say, Gavin didn't get a reaction. I worked hard on that. I thought that was a good one. That works good with football and track. It works it all over the place.
That is good.
He's a pretty quick running back. He's got quick feet. When he comes off the bench, he provides enough spark. I like it.
I think he'll probably like that one better.
Hopefully he will. I tried to go away with using his name a whole lot. Garwood works it on over to Brust, to Greer, to Gorski. And the foul will be on Tyson Yates.
So Tyson's going to pick up his second, team's fourth.
Number 24, Yates.
And with a minute and a half left, Triton's with 14 fouls. Of course, LaCrosse shooting 33% from the free throw line. But with more attempts, could come with more points. McIntyre tipped that one away. And they're going to say it's going to go right back to Triton. And the Tigers on the court look stunned with that one.
Yeah, I'd have to look at the replay on that one because there are a couple quick hands in there and didn't know which one actually hit
that one could have went either way. I don't know. It kind of looked like it could have went that way towards LaCrosse on that one. Amsden goes to Yates. He'll go to work. Nice fadeaway look for Tyson Yates. And he gets a pretty spin, layup, fadeaway. Shades of Kobe with that one.
Was fancy.
I liked it. Greer, hands off to Gorski. In the corner to Brust.
Doing a really good job at closing out, take away the open opportunities to shoot. make them have to readjust on everything.
They're working it around. Yates comes in and gets him napping. Tyson Yates, he'll go coast to coast. Can't get it to drop a little too strong to the basket. But Quentin Amsden intercepts it right away. Q. Zed up for the accelerator, and he'll put it in.
Really good move by Quentin to get the defense to jump, creating a little bit of space for the accelerator to get the points.
It's going to stick now. And then sensational sophomore Cole McKinney will be checking in next dead ball. Gorski, 10 seconds. Gorski works right. And they're going to get a foul. And that'll be on Tyson Yates. That'll be his third personal, team's fifth. And here comes Cole McKinney, sophomore for sophomore switch. We saw it a moment ago for Johnson for Oviedo. Interesting lineup out there for Triton. Now Gardner's got a big defensive opportunity here to play big on Garwood. Keep an eye on that matchup. Bruss gets a deep pass, and Quentin Amsden's trying to hide to get out of the way. And Quentin's going to come out with 4 fouls, I believe. 3 fouls?
3, yep. He was just caught in a bad place. He was trying to back out of the road, and that was just undercut.
He was just underneath him enough to where it kind of didn't really make it work.
Yep.
Bruce Johnson gets in there, tips it away, and he'll keep it alive. Goes to McIntyre, and that's the end of the third quarter. Triton leads 45-17. I like the accelerator. You know, like the accelerator on a car. Mm-hmm. He's got that short burst of just what he does. That's where it kind of came to me. Sorry, go ahead.
Oviedo, 16 points. Heckaman with 7. Amsden with 6. Bules and Westafer each with 5. Yates with 4, and McIntyre with 2. We do have 3 Trojans. Yates, Amsden, and Heckaman all with 3 fouls. And then we've got McIntyre, Westafer, Bules, each with a single foul. As far as LaCrosse, Gorski having 8 points. Brandon Bruss with 4. Garwood with 3. Zach Bruss with 2. They've got 2 fouls. Both Bruss each have 2 fouls. And then Garwood and Gorski each have a single foul. And
Triton leading the rebounding totals 20-12. 19 points off of turnovers. And Triton 18, 10, and 17 for each quarter. Turnovers, we're looking 16 for LaCrosse and 9 for Triton. For Triton, 12 steals. Double digits. You don't see that all too often. They've been active jumping the passing lanes. It's not been so much on-ball steals. It's been intercepting the passing lanes.
Have to be real quick to poke it away, then go straight to the basket with them. They've done such a good job of doing that tonight.
We'll see what they do here. Gorski, Brust, and Brust. Greer and Garwood, the starting 5 out there for the Tigers. McKinney, Johnson, Bules, Gardner. They're going to call a foul on the accelerator, Hunter McIntyre. And Nelson Brust to the line for the rare 3-point free throw opportunity.
Think they're brothers, or you think they're twins?
I'm going to go twins because they're both seniors. I'm going to go twins, and they're about the same size. They're both 5'11". I'm going to say they're twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're twins.
Almost have identical facial hair, too.
Well, you know, if that was the case, I probably would make sure I'm a little different than my twin. I mean, just spitting that out there.
Well, the Morris brothers in the NBA, they have the exact same tattoos even. They in high school, they'd switch places and take each other's tests.
I heard that. Those two were an ornery couple, an ornery pair, I tell you.
Have you ever heard the conspiracy about them? If one of them made the playoffs and the other one didn't, they'd switch in the series.
Boy, I'll tell you, they could pull it off, too. They look exactly the same. Bruce Johnson, deep pass to McKinney. The accelerator's got it back. He'll give it back to McKinney. Gardner with it. Goes to Bules. The lone senior's got it. Goes to McKinney straight away. He'll drive, does it so well. Can't make him pay there, and it's going to be Brust fighting for the rebound, but Gorski's going to come away with it. Gorski will lose it, be tipped away by Bules on the way through. See, the Express, I think of Ernie Davis in the movie when I think that. I don't see Hunter as that. I want Hunter to have his own kind of have his own thing. I told him I work on it the other night, and I told him I'm going to make this happen. It just, I don't know what I was listening to or what TV show I was watching, and it popped in my head. Brust goes to Brust. He'll work straight away. Brust, deep three, in and out. They couldn't buy a three here tonight.
What are they shooting from three tonight?
Yeah, we get this step.
1 for 10.
Thought they'd only made one.
Yep, 6 of 15. That should update to 10. There it is.
Working it around. Gardner in the corner. Gardner to McIntyre. To Gardner straight away. Cole McKinney, the sensational sophomore, has got it now. To the sharpshooting one of Bruce Johnson. McIntyre, backdoor to Bules, and the senior invites himself back in the back door yet again.
Done a really good job at scoring down low, and I believe that's where all of his points have come from, except for the free throw opportunity he had following the shot down there. He's doing a really good job at converting.
3 of 3.
Next dead ball, the jumping junior will come in, as that will be another one on Hunter McIntyre.
Nope.
Did they call it on?
Put it on.
They call it on Gardner?
On Gardner.
So I saw Hunter flailing away. I kind of guessed it was on him. McCoy checks in. Cabrera does as well.
Garwood, he is 1 of 4.
Off the mark there, Lucas Cabrera tips it to Cole McKinney. McKinney past the half-court line. Goes to the jumping junior on the left wing. He'll drive. Back to McIntyre. On top to Cole McKinney. Cabrera with it. Triton really slowing the basketball down here with trying to burn some clock.
Yeah, they'll need to get rested up for tomorrow night's championship game here at 7 o'clock.
And that'll be an emotional battle. I mean, that was a tough one earlier in the season. If it ends up being Argus, who is favored in that one against Oregon Davis. But Oregon Davis has gone toe-to-toe with some pretty good teams. As Accelerator can't bring that one down, Bruce Johnson's got it, goes to Cole McKinney. Who's that?
I just like the graphics.
Oh, I was trying to see who was playing.
I think it's not in Indiana, but it's a high school team.
Brust knocks away, goes to Gorski. Gorski to Brust in the far corner. To Garwood, he'll dial long range. Can't get down to drop, rebound Hunter McIntyre. Cole McKinney with it past the half-court line. Goes to Bruce Johnson, the sharpshooter for 3. Well off the mark there. Rebound's going to go to Brust. Brust on the attack in transition. Fadeaway jumpers in. And timeout for LaCrosse. Once again, want to thank our sponsors. Kenny, who we got?
Get the right one here. Said Farmers Drainage. Get your tile system needs put in. Lozier family, in memory of Fritz Lozier. Johnson family, the Meister family, the Robbins Nest, the Wattenbarger family, the Zentz family, and yes, I did skip the Shively freezer beef because I wanted to throw up this graphic.
I wonder if they got one with a name or something. Maybe I can. I'll tell you what, the Shiveys, they're a great family. I mean, I wonder if they go there. I want to eat Earl. I want Earl.
You want to pick out Earl?
I want to pick out an Earl. I bet an Earl will have plenty of beef on him, or a Bubba. Take your pick there.
Yeah, I'm sure you need to get a hold of them here. It's hard to believe 4-8. They do raise some 4-H beef. So they'll have something available here coming in July. So definitely get a hold of them.
Tell you, I mean, for sure. Also, like I said, once again, thank you to all sponsors for this week of sponsorship. Appreciate it. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this up here. And we really do appreciate it. The 5 out there for Triton is the starting 5, right? Did Q start?
Keegan didn't start.
Oh, Keegan didn't start, excuse me. Westafer, Yates, Oviedo, Heckaman, and Amsden, the 5 for Triton. McCoy, Brust, Garwood, and Gorski, the 5 for the Tigers. Oviedo now. Gives it to Yates. In the corner to Amsden. Cross court. Oviedo. He'll try a 3 all by himself. Can't get it to drop. Rebound to the big man, Heckaman. He goes up, puts it in.
That's a good job by Keegan to poke it out, get to Tyler, getting that offensive board and just going straight back up with it.
And Heckaman had a double-double the other night. Might come short of that one here. McCoy goes through a tall forest there. And they'll get the foul on Triton. I believe they're going to call it on Quentin Amsden.
Yep, Quentin's going to pick up his 4th.
Foul, number 30, Amsden.
He did a good job, even with his size, cut down to the basket and go up with it. Did a really good job drawing the foul.
McCoy gets that one to drop.
It's kind of like a Isaiah Thomas move, Celtics one.
Yeah. Even shades of Muggsy Bogues. He was
Yeah.
5'3".
IT's the one I'm more used with.
I know. Muggsy was a little bit more my time.
Yeah.
Need someone inbound. And Grieger's going to check in, but I believe for McCoy, who will come out.
Substitution for the Tigers, number 21, Zach Greer.
Westafer now to inbound, goes to Tyson Yates. The starting 5's back out there for the Tigers. Yates goes to Heckaman and gets it back. Yates to Oviedo. To Yates. To Heckaman. Triton fighting for a chance for a rematch from a year ago. Of course, speaking of time ago, this week was the 20-year anniversary of the first girls state champions back in 2000.
And then turn around and do it again the next year.
Exactly. As the repeat team, congratulations to them once again. I mean, hey, that was a pretty big feat.
If you go on YouTube, you can pull up that game and watch it, and still watching that game, knowing that they win, you still can't see it, how they ever made it happen.
Garwood pull-up jumpers in.
Ben Garwood.
Yates past the half-court line, 3:14 to go. Oviedo for 3, puts it in! Ashton Oviedo with a sharp shooting shot from the outside. That'll give him 19 in the ballgame.
Done a really good job scoring from almost everywhere tonight.
Quentin Amsden jumps the route, shades of football season. Tried to intercept that one, and here comes the platoon swap for the Trojans. McCoy will check in with Mills, and seeing his first action tonight, Cademan Bailey. For Triton, Bruce Johnson, John Gardner, Lucas Cabrera, Cole McKinney, and the accelerator, Hunter McIntyre.
John Gardner, number 20, Lucas Cabrera, and number 22, Bruce Johnson.
Bailey with it, works it back over to Greer, to McCoy, to Brust. Brust to Mills. To Mills. Cam Shively will check in. Cam might ask me to wear that shirt next year if he's going to stay in 44. McCoy hands off to Brust. 2:20 remaining. Triton came out and executed a really good ball plan, a really good game plan. They really executed well tonight. On their way to another chance for a date. With the date for a championship possible rematch with Argus.
I'm excited to see what Oregon Davis throws at him tonight.
I'm expecting a pretty interesting game. I'm just, I watched different things. I'm like, it could be a very good game here, the second game. Of course, you want to see that one, you got to go over to RTC and watch that one.
I don't know if Oregon Davis has enough scorers.
They only have that one scorer in Weil.
Yeah, that run most of the offense through him.
Here comes Cam Shively, the fantastic freshman who's had a big year.
because that would be like how Culver did it. They had man scoring most of their points, and they fell short by 13, was it? Or more?
They ended up being like 11 or 12. Bruce Johnson!
Drained the three.
Drained a three. Speaking of drainage, Farmers Drainage, get a hold of them for all your field draining needs. Bruce Johnson hits from the outside. Brust goes to Bailey, goes through his hands, and Cole McKinney now on the fast break. Here comes McCoy. Cole McKinney with some tight defense. Goes to Shively in the corner. Feeds the jumping junior on that one. And they're going to come in and foul him, and that'll send Cole McKinney to the line. No, it's not. Look at the wrong number.
Still
5 team fouls. And the seniors will be coming off the floor for the Tigers.
Number 0, Dakota Greer. Number 1, Kyle Gorski. Number 4, Margo.
Those seniors sure do deserve a hand. They played hard. That's a pretty good ball team. Their record does not speak volumes to what this team has done. They are a tough bunch. Wish them seniors the best. As players checking in, we're going to have Nacho Moraleda, as he'll guard McKinney with Gorski. With Gorski, Greer. Trying to catch who else is out there. Keegan McCardle and Garwood, the 5 out there for the Tigers. No, working around Gorski now. Down to Bailey. On top to Moraleda. Garwood now will drive. Goes to Bailey. He'll step back for a 3. Off the mark, the jumping junior's got the rebound. Cole McKinney up to Bruce Johnson. Cross court to Lucas Cabrera. The jumping junior spins away. Goes to McKinney. McKinney drives, goes up strong. They're going to say he traveled on the way through. Gorski with the ball now. Garwood's got it straight away. Hands off to Gorski. Moraleda gets it tipped away from the accelerator, who gets it knocked away by Gorski and Bailey, and will belong to Triton with 18.1 remaining. Triton's going to find a date with the winner of Oregon, Davis, and Argus in the game following here for the chance for the Sectional 50 championship. Triton was there a season ago, and they're going to find their destiny back for the Sectional 50 championship a year from the last one.
7 p.m. tip-off tomorrow?
Yes, 7 o'clock. Because I got
You're going to be the accelerator tomorrow.
I'm going to be the accelerator tomorrow after we have
Speaking of which, interview.
The robots. Oh, yeah.
I'll let you guys do that. I don't have the other box. I don't know where it's at.
You want to mute your mics before you...
Yep.
You do that. We'll get that. Get you guys sent away, and then oh, you need your box. Okay. Okay, get a chance here. Oviedo. All right, get him settled so he can get down there for an interview. Trying to get there. There, now we got it updated. So Oviedo with 19, Heckaman with 9, Bules with 7, Amsden with 6, Westafer with 5, Yates with 4, Johnson with 3, and McIntyre with 2. For LaCrosse, Gorski with 8, Garwood is 6, Brandon Brust with 5, Zach Brust with 4, McCoy with 3. And then team stats unofficially here. Trojans shoot 50%, 3 of 6, free throw line, 46% for LaCrosse, 6 of 13. 3-pointers, Trojans ended up at 40%, 8 of 20. 15% for LaCrosse, 2 of 13. Then 2-pointers are 14 of 22 and 7 to 10 with 12 to 18 on the turnovers there. So Andy gets set up here. We will get here, see who we can grab for an interview, I'm sure, with Groves and maybe another player. So we get set up. We'll be right back. You're on.
All right, welcome back, Triton Trojan fans. I'm Andy O'Hara alongside head coach Jason Groves. Coach, you're heading back to the championship a year later. How does it feel? The guys came out and executed a pretty good game plan.
Yeah, they did. We talked about getting off to a fast start. I thought we did that. We said let's make an impact defensively. Take pride playing in defense, our defense, and we didn't think against West Central at times. I didn't think we played well defensively, and we saw that on tape. And so our guys really stepped it up. I thought tonight, to hold this team to whatever we did, that's pretty impressive. I mean, they had 75 points against South Bend Career Academy. They had 62 against Covenant Christian DeMott. So I was really pleased with our defense.
Yeah, this is a team that comes in averaging 50 points a game. Yeah, defensively they allow 60 points, but they play in a tough conference, and the guys, for me, I thought it was going to be a lot closer game given what I watched and everything, but they really did a good job playing defense against these guys tonight. They really stepped up.
I agree. They had some open looks they didn't hit, too. I mean, I've seen where 23 and 21 don't miss at times, and they had a couple open looks they just didn't hit. Maybe that helped us being able to get a game under our belt on Tuesday. But that's what we talked about before coming out. Let's make an impact on D, impact the game defensively, and a lot of our guys did that.
You saw a guy like Jared Bules tonight played really well. I mean, that young man, if there was a back door, he found it and he opened it up in a big way. A lot of those guys really contributed tonight, and you guys shot 51% from the floor. That's good shooting numbers. The guys shot well. The three really opened up things early on. But I'm more concerned those guys played really good on the inside down the low block. They really opened things up down there with those backdoor cuts. And we talked about that. So we can score inside. You guys just have to have good footwork. Okay, use your pivots, shot fakes. They got them in the air a couple of times. Got some, like you said, got some back cuts. And that's part of good movement, good spacing, and credit the other guys for finding them. And the guys, like you said, did a great job defensively. We got another big one going on here. I mean, we played both these teams. What are you kind of expecting in this one? Because Culver had a great game plan the other night, really holding Argus down to points. I mean, Oregon Davis is going to have their hand full tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it should be a good game. Obviously, it'll be interesting to see if OD follows that game plan and tries to do a little bit of the same. But, respect both these teams. So, it's kind of nice to get this first game done, and we can just step back and relax and not really worry too much about it. But, whoever wins, we'll come out and play tomorrow night. We're happy to be in the championship, but we want to come out and win this thing this year, though.
Congrats, Coach. We'll see you tomorrow night. Go and enjoy some rest. Thanks. All right, now we got senior Quentin Amsden. The man, I'm telling you what, we got to find a nickname for all these charges, and it's too late that I came up with one. But man, you drew another one. You're up to 20. I mean, you keep it up, you're gonna hit that 30-point mark tomorrow night.
I should already be there, but some of the rest don't really like me that much.
Well, hey, you know what? Tonight you did a great job. I mean, yet you planted your feet, and yet you got other guys doing it. Keegan even tried it. I mean, that kind of leadership and the big moments you played in tonight, I mean, you did such a great job on defense. Walk me through, I know you guys really worked on defense from Tuesday to tonight. Walk me through what you guys kind of worked this week to get prepared for that one.
Well, I mean, it didn't just start this week. It's been every week ever since the week one. On the day before senior night, so that Thursday, Groves had the players talk about what everyone looks up to the seniors to. And a lot of people said that I'm the one that gets dirty and does the dirty work and stuff that people don't want to do. And then Groves talked to me afterwards and he said, hey, just keep that up because you being a leader, other people are going to start stepping up. But, I mean, this week, Groves, he kind of told us, he was like, hey, this team is good. We watched film. We broke them down. We understood that they were, in fact, really good. But, I mean, we stepped up in a big way. So.
I mean, one moment for me that's going to stick with me is down here early on. Yeah, you drew the foul, but you were on the floor and you were still trying to poke the ball away and knock it away. That kind of effort is contagious. We see Tyson out there trying to reach and knock balls away. Ashton's jumping passing lanes. That's contagious. And as a senior, and it's been an honor to watch you play. I mean, as a sophomore, I pointed you out early. Q was one of my favorite players from the get-go. You have another shot at a sectional championship tomorrow night. What's that like as a senior getting that one more shot?
Oh, it's unbelievable. From sophomore year, we weren't really that good, so we had to build our way up, and to finally see our hard work finally paying off. Even if we don't win tomorrow, just getting back there and finally getting Triton back to where we used to be, it's just amazing.
And that's a testament to you guys, and like I said, and I talked about other seniors like Bo Hepler, guys on uniform like Ross Johnson, guys even before that played, and Dylan Hensley, guys well back there a ways. That legacy is starting to build back up for you guys, and how you guys compete and how you guys lead, that is just a huge thing to watch for you guys. And how impressive it is that it's going to run deep. Because there's several underclassmen coming in there out there playing, and with you seniors out there teaching them, you can see it rubbing off. So I guess we'll break this. You played both these teams this year. What do you think tonight? I mean, Culver had a pretty good game plan against Argus the other night. What are your thoughts for this one?
I mean, Argus is I'm pretty sure Argus is the one that's supposed to win this, but watching OD, they've gotten better. Their coach has done a terrific job picking up that team where it was last year, and then the way that they are now, it's unbelievable how time just changes even in the season. So I want OD to win, but it'd be nice to get a repeat against Argus and finally beat them this time.
You know, to quote the great Rick Flair, to be the best, you got to beat the best. And I'm telling you, even with either one of these teams, those are two awesome teams coming out. It'd be good to watch either matchup. But like I said, you know, each team starts out 0-0 once that sectional time starts, and Oregon Davis got really strong here towards the end of the season. Q, I want to really appreciate your leadership, especially on the bench, on the floor. It doesn't matter. You're always encouraging your guys. Your energy's awesome. Buddy, good luck tomorrow night. You got this. But that's it for tonight, Trojan fans. Tune in tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, as Triton will face the winner of Culver and Oregon Davis. And until tomorrow night, Trojan fans, remember the Trojan way.
He said Culver.